It's Week 16 of the NFL, and we'll see the Steelers' towering tight end. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Steelers and the Chargers, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
It's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They've gone a full half season since their last loss, winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you really
holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
And I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
On first, and he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way, and now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. Leading them out is their quarterback, the young man out of UCLA.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Hooker down to about the 37. You talk about the defense for these Chargers. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a scoreless game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Now a toss here, short side. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. On is the Chargers punter now. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people will always end up winning games for you. I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 119 yards.
Look, I know everybody wants to be number 1 in everything they do, but he's number 2 in the league in receiving yards. That's a strong number, a strong year, and they want that to continue.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's third and a few inches. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice pickup. 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. You look at this Steeler defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, but you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a third down coming up. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Back to throw here, Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he hit him down before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On third down, Hooker. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. Needed 3. It's 4th and 1. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. Here we go on 4th down. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 9 yards. First down is third.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hooker. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Steeeeelers.
Up the middle they go. Hooker. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a 1 touchdown.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the 50, here's Herbert. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. They'll try and run for it. Room here to run. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route, and he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. This 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now it's Herbert. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Herbert throwing again. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Throw out wide is incomplete. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Here's one deep for Pickens, and it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where you see the final score there. Lamar Jackson, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Justin Fields, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Joe Burrow leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. These two teams running through their final adjustments before they head back out of the tunnel. And for the call of the second half, let's go back to SoFi Stadium and Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Steelers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And the numbers will show he's been one of the most productive QBs in the league all season long, right up there among the leaders in passing yardage. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, now they'll try the end around. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Herbert now. Steps away to his left. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there, with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Chargers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. And he will find the end zone again, so he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Steelers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 33 yards that time. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact, and short of the sticks.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Third and 3. Back to throw again. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Now we'll pause for an injury here. That's George Pickens, the receiver who's in some discomfort. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. Receiver routes with him, you can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
He wanted that end zone, powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get to the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
Second down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Threes all around. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And now the Steeler offense staying out there. And they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10. At about the 32. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to look deep down the field. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Herbert. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing, because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. Herbert off of play action. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Chargers 1st down.
To the air again, Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Open man, it's Palmer. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down.
Cameron Dicker on for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary 1st step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. On point with his passes, and he's generally been 1 step ahead of this defense all game long. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And the receivers I know, they have a great deal of confidence. Usually they stand in front of the mirror before games and say, not 1 touchdown, not 2 touchdowns, but 3 touchdowns. Trying to turn this one into a big-time performance.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. An unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out. The Charger drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because...
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. Throw left side complete. That's Davidson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's got it down to the 28. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively.
And got his man, complete. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Steelers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Tyler Bass now for the point after. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, no, it's intercepted. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He sets to fire deep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
On the move to his left. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Now a 2nd and 10. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll look to throw again. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. From 21 yards away. And the Steelers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. Here's Bass now for the extra point. He's got it, and the lead stretches to 35-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Well, now how about this return? And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Chargers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. The Charger drive about to get going. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. Here's Herbert. And his throw here is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back to throw now on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw here. Being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's nothing but pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 4th down.
I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers have opened up a 3-score lead as they pull away here in the 4th. And that touchdown, his 5th touchdown grab of the game, and that ties him with Jerry Rice from 1990, Kellen Winslow Sr. from 1981, and Bob Shaw back in 1950 for the most receiving touchdowns in a single NFL contest. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Chargers 21.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Looking to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Steelers, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.